Now I know what you're thinking. You're a little late to the party, bud. That's a very reasonable thing for you guys to think. Because usually I would always stream Friday. And it's not Friday. And I don't think I've ever actually successfully delayed a stream until today. I was just unable to stream yesterday, but today I can. And today I want to. So what's up, chat? Let's take a look at the chat. Also, I'm going to be alone today, doing it solo. Because I don't plan on making this a very long stream. But, you never know. Things could change. Let's see. ATAB says, I am growing bigger. Oh. Godzilla. I'm sadly at work, which really sucks. Man, I was streaming literally for you, so now I guess I gotta end it. Meditative Film says, I'm gonna tickle it. That's really cool, dude. Still haven't watched the Mole episode. I just gotta go back and rewatch every Omega episode. I think besides the first episode, I've never rewatched any of them, which I will do soon. Oh, Gumzilla's gonna be free in an hour. Thank God. A-Tab says, but what even is a sleep schedule anyways? That's a great question. Mr. Ed Hudson, hello, my beautiful channel member. You beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human being. Oh, and A-Tab, you're also a beautiful, beautiful channel member. I don't want you to feel left behind. Ultraman Productions TV. Welcome. Where do babies come from? That's something I've been wondering for a really long time, and I'd love to find out. No, Meditative Films, don't leave. Don't leave! It's for your own good. It's already Sunday in Portugal. Happy Sunday, Portugal. Shout out the Portuguese. Abranca. Hello, Abranca. Hello, Lucas. Mr. Red Hudson says, I'm a descent of ancient Greek gods. You sure are. Hey, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Bronco says, I can be here for the whole stream this time because I already saw the episode. Yay! I love you. Meditative Films, yeah, I'm glad you're sorry. A-Tab, yeah, I've been shout-outed. Well, you know what? You're a beautiful channel member, so I'm gonna shout you out again. Shout out A-Tab. Meditative Films. I will not leave the stream then just for you, Hayden. Well, thank you. Oh, shucks. You're too kind. Smash like. XQ Paragon, what's up? What's up to you? Because I can tell you right now, I mean, I'm just living the dream. Check art. I'm assuming you mean in my Discord server. Oh, that's going on stream. That is going on stream. Alright, let's get this on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Guys, what do we think of the fact that my hair is super long? I'm not a fan. I need a haircut very badly. Anyway, what do we think of my hair here? Is this the style? Is this what I should get? Is this what I should get? Anyway, Lucas, my goat, says, I'm thinking of becoming a member. I'll probably go broke. Well, guess what? It's worth it, baby. ATAB says, I can die in peace knowing that the Goat Productions TV shouted out the Portuguese. Well, I'm glad. You know, you're just love the Portuguese. Like, I don't know what I can. Mr. Red Hudson says, Gamora episode yummy. Oh! And then Jake Hambrick, another beautiful channel member. What's up, man? I probably can't stay long. Well, I'm glad you're here at all. I appreciate you coming to the stream. Despite your limited time here. Your presence means a lot. Oh my god, my phone. Meditate Films, Mon's Arger episode is apparently next week, so I should probably catch up on the episodes I haven't watched. Yes, I am hyped for Mon's Arger. I actually, to be frank, for a second. Wait, Frank's not here. Sorry. I don't know what came over me. I did watch the trailer for next week. It looks like an interesting episode, that's for sure. Let's see. PPTV. Hold on a minute. Mr. Red Hudson, Hayden Power Up. I'm assuming you're talking about that. You should have that hairstyle for college. Good idea. New monsters, GPTV, and Ultraman Y. Oh, I'm hyped. Akuya Shiguchi, welcome. Perks. I love Perks. Atab, I'm a direct descent of King. Hello, donation. Thank you, Mr. Red Hudson. You beautiful, beautiful channel member. Thank you for $2. I love it. $2 for a face reveal. Okay. Alright, I'll show you my real face. But you can't tell anybody about this, okay? I'm going to show you what I actually look like. And you can't tell anybody. Alright? That actually wasn't it. That was more so Pemular's face reveal. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a face reveal right here. Wait. I don't have a face. I'm nobody. And if you have no body, then you have no face. Anyway, what are we talking about? XQ Paragon says, we're probably going to have Taguchi after the Manzagar episode. Yes! Tab, check Art's thing with my version of Ghidorah and Godzilla. Yeah. I'll take a look-see. I don't know if it's going to be better than me. That's pretty good. Let's see here. There he is. Yeah. Meditative Films, if I donate, will you call me a good boy? Of course. Are you saying I'm a beautiful, pretty princess, or you want me to also call you that? Because I can and will. Lucas says, how excited are you for Gabora's appearance? Through the roof. Through the roof. Anyway, I should probably watch the episode. Hello. Alright, let's watch. Oh, hello. Oh, this is a Chino, I forgot. Okay, this is gonna be goated. Or it's gonna be rooster. That was a good joke. Oh, he's gonna eat the farm animals? I don't know why I immediately went to eating. I guess he could just, like, destroy the farm. Bronco wonders who the guest appearance Ultra will be. My guess is probably Z. Okay. Oh, I guess Gamora's okay. I like the music. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess Reikiness is pretty weak then. What was that, bro? Ooh, I like those miniatures. Oh, those are cool. See, I'm telling you, Ichino's good with those miniatures, dude. That's a cool set. Hold on, I'll go back to the chat in a second. I'm locked? I won't lie. I love beating. Sorry. Yes. Oh, he's dead. No. What is that? Oh. Oh, it came right at us. Okay. Holy mouse. Alright. Let me go back to the chat. Wait, Gabora's returning? Supposedly Gabora's returning, yeah. Oh, Ultraman Productions TV's tweaking. Abranca, please don't talk about all... Oh, wow. Let's see. Oisian and Sayobi, welcome! Welcome! Long time no see, I've missed you. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Called back to OG Ultraman. What was specifically there? The banana? Or Ultraman's reaction? I'm assuming it was Ultraman's reaction. Bronx says, or Gamora's just really OP. Remember how he was in Ultra Galaxy? I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm kind of used to Gamora being fodder, I guess. Gumzo says, I'm glad they made him more buffed in this episode. I bet you are. Who said that? Mr. Red Hudson says, this is actually the finale of Ultraman Omega. When are we getting spicy scene in Omega with me? In 5 minutes. So let's lock in. I mean, Serrano's just kind of so silly. I love him. Oh, Skipper Cat. When are we getting a spicy scene with Godzilla? Also in 5 minutes. Wait. Oh, YouTube. I'm aware of that website. No way. They made a fake version of the Illuminati song. Oh, hello. G-Fest attendee. It's a fake. He probably used AI. Is that really what we're... Wolfie? Guys? Guys. Yeah, I'll give you some punch. Take that. What is happening? Oh, that's Wolfie. Wow. He is a G-Fest attendee. This episode was a dig at our current society. Yeah, I think this is a dig at G-Fest. Hold on, let me read the chat. Omega's actually so peak. This episode was so meta. Skipper Kid, can you make GPTV fan film? Where's the fish? Literally, what fish are you talking about? Godzilla, you know what else is gonna dig? Woo! Oh, Skipper Kid hates me. There's the banana. Okay, how does it have more likes than views? Hold on. Sora is just awesome. What?
ここまで出かかってんだけどな。
そっか。今度の怪獣はね、もしかしたら宇宙から来たんじゃないかって話も出てるの。
宇宙から？
実は怪獣出現前に火球が目撃されてて。
確かに宇宙。
Space Gamora?
でしょ？
Space Godzilla?
つまり落ちてきた何かが移動したってこと？
そう。そうすると宇宙から来た怪獣。
I wonder if Wolfie is going to be a reoccurring minor antagonist like the journalist from Mebius. Let's see if I can talk. I don't know. That'd be interesting. See, I want more of these shows to do that kind of thing. Actually, that would be dope. What would happen if he did go to the doctor, right? They discovered he was Ultraman. What are they gonna do? Just imagine some, like, just young nurse lady being like, oh, the x-ray's back. You're Ultraman. Don't know if you were a wow, okay. Thought process is just gone. Why am I being forced to look at that? Guys. Oh, stop making me. It's actually not that bad, but it's not great. The lighting's right. It just looks bad. Like, why is it a toy? Why can't they just tell her? Like, bro. I got to go. Rob, gotta go. Why is bro always tweaking? Like, When are we gonna start introducing aliens in the second half? Actually, Omega's an alien, so. This smells fishy. Fish? What even is a fish? Like, let's be for real. Knowing Takase. Oh my god, she is gonna know by episode 12. You're so right. No, that's the episode she's gonna. Yes, you're right. She's gonna find out in episode 12. No, yeah, you called it. Watch it follow the formula. Godzilla fried sandwich. My favorite. Yeah, that's what Serato needs. That's why he's sick.
あの隕石、少し前から地球の衛星軌道上を回ってたみたい。天文家の間でもちょっとした噂になってたんですって。なんで？時々発光してたらしい。
Gamora show up again in this bar.
しかもその形が綺麗な三日月だから人工物なんじゃないか。
When is Wolfie gonna die? Great question. Crescent shaped? Why doesn't Crescent show up?
ゴモラ？これが？
違う違う。あの怪獣のこと。ゴモラザウルスっていう昔から生きてるやつだよ。
Gamorasaurus.
っていうことは土の中で眠ってたゴモラが隕石の衝撃で目覚めたってこと？
あゆねさ、朝起きたらまず何する？
まず顔洗ってうがいしてそれから朝ごはん。まさか。
Wait, I looked away and I can't fathom what they were talking about. Hold on, what?
何する？あゆねさ。
衝撃で目覚めたってこと？
Gamora was hibernating. He woke up. Tell me, what do you do when you wake up? I wash my face, gargle, and then for breakfast. Oh, he's gonna eat? Okay, so what I said at the beginning. So what I knew instantly. Okay. I mean, the fact that Serato didn't figure that out himself, it's kind of stupid for that, low-key. The CGI is like not bad, but it's just the design. Oh. Oh! Wolfie. Showdown. Why would anybody listen to this guy? No, let's be so for real. Let me be a Bronca for a second. Honestly, her not figuring out Serato's Omega is really the only real problem I have with the show so far. Like, girl, how can you not put two and two together yet? Mr. Hudson says, bro, someone kill Wolfie. He actually making me mad. It'd be so funny if he just died. Like, please. Just not, maybe not even in this episode. He just have him show up again later and give him the most brutal death like ever. Like in GMK when Godzilla slams his tail against the building, or like when the guy's peeing and he steps on him. Like stuff like that. It'd be so funny. Cause I mean, or have him get eaten, like in the implied being eaten, like with the monster in episode 4. Oh, that's a cool way to show it. Hello, Gamora. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so tired. Guess I was up late last night. Wolfie would probably get himself eaten by a kaiju. Exactly! It'd be so good. Smells like Godzilla. It must be Gamora. Imagine if Serato gets a worldwide identity reveal because Wolfie found out. That'd be cool. Bro, Serato, lock in, bro. Give Wolfie Kumaga treatment for Final Horrors. Yes, dude. Godzilla says, I smell like popcorn. Oh, Gamora would love you then, dude. You smell like food and he's hungry. Is that your dream, Godzilla? Would you want to be eaten by Gamora? Bro. He's got his... You're right. No, why does he actually keep saying Serato? That's not... What? Okay. It's a very bad transition to another. I'm telling you, Wolfie dies when Godzilla's spicy scene happens. Well, it's happening right now. Hello, I need... What, Godzilla, you don't want to be eaten by Gamora? Hey, low-key, I would. XQ Paragon says, okay, the OST sounds cool so far, but can't they really decide a main battle theme for Omega? Yes, I too love circus music. Oh, bro is being meta. Okay, Wolfie. Please die, though. This fight's not bad. I mean, he's like not that wrong. Omega Gamora better than Decker Gamora. Yeah. What makes you trust him? Isn't it obvious from just watching him? Yes. I mean, Wolfie is just something else. To be frank, oh, sorry, Daniel, Frank's not here. Every Ultra does need at least to weaken its opponent before blasting off. Oh, it's TRIGARON! Why did I not figure that out? How did I actually not put two and two together here? That the crescent was him. Why doesn't he just use his beam? He said his Omega tried to use it. Real. That looks much better than Reikiness. Just naturally, because it's already robotic. I don't know why they tried to make an organic monster robotic with Reikiness, but... Oh, is he going to be riding it? He is! Oh wait, that's sick. Yes! Oh, dude! Wait, that's sick. Oh, I love that. I love that the tail's still moving. I don't know if that needs to happen in every single show, though. But let's start ripping off Gamora's other limbs, please. Tear his arm and leg off, make him scream in agony. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know if that quite looked right. I do really mess with TRIGARON's design, I'll be honest. It's a canon event for Gamora to lose his tail. I mean, yeah, but it's just like... Oh. Wait, hold on. This might be goated. Is he gonna... Oh. I thought he was gonna use it like a weapon. Why did he even grab it? Why did he do that? Oh yeah, that's cool. That's sick. Let's get more stuff like that, please. I feel like that kind of thing's missing in Omega. And I feel we used to get that a lot more. Honestly, it was kind of missing in Arc 2. Godzilla says he doesn't even care his tail came off. But if I ripped your tail off, because I know about your secret tail, how would you feel? Oh, is that it? That's a good shot, I guess. Bye, Gamora. Yeah. Wow. Wolfie is over, bro. Wolfie is over, party. Another good Omega episode. Again, nothing like great or special, but it's just it's a good episode. I'm waiting for that one Omega episode that just cuts loose and goes crazy.
分かっちゃいるんだけど見覚えある？ないよな。でも味方だってことはわかるよ。
Godzilla has secret tails and ears under his mom's bed. Bro.
大丈夫か？しんどい。でも平気。一人で行くなって言
Man,
ったろ。
Sorata's so chill and nonchalant.
いや、いけると思ったんだけどな。やっぱ昴生がいないときついな。
It's so much harder without you.
なんていいよ。
Frankly, I think the opposite. Friends?
そっか。
Yes! Imagine if Sorata just weighed the actual weight of Omega. Like in human form, and he just killed Kosei right there. Wolfie reaching in his pockets for redemption. Meditative Film says, just watched the Mole episode, it was pretty solid. Yeah, again, I think every Omega episode is just solid. You know, it's good, and that's good. I'm glad every episode I can enjoy it. Every episode's like 7.5, 8, and 8.5 out of 10, like, all together, but it's just like... You know, I'm just waiting for it to cut loose. I'm waiting for that 10. Mr. Red Hudson says, this episode was good. I liked it. Yeah, I also liked it. I'm liking... I really can't stress enough. I like every episode. Tokimania says, I think this episode is an episode. Yeah, see, that's just the problem. It's just like every episode is good. It's just there. It's not doing anything. I need Ultraman to just go crazy again, dude. I miss that so much. I need Ultraman to just go bonkers. Hopefully this episode at least somewhat does some cool with the new form. You know, new form debuts always lock in a bit. So maybe it'll be locked a bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're picking up what I'm putting down, ladies and gentle worms. XQ Paragon says, we don't know yet in reference to which episode Gabora will be in. But Taguchi is most likely directing the episode according to Cornfield. Dude, that episode is gonna just peak. I guess I'm saying I'm waiting for Omega to just like go crazy one episode. I'm waiting for Taguchi's episode. Godzilla says it's a good episode, but nothing too groundbreaking that'll make it stand out. Yeah. It's like, you know, I enjoy it. It's just, you know, that's all I gotta say. XQ Paragon says, I can definitely tell that Omega's gonna pick up the pace by the second half. I sure hope so. But I think you're probably right, though. Meditative Film says, I'm talking about watching the newest episode of Bronx. Oh, I haven't been keeping up with that conversation. Mr. Redhausen says, I'm waiting for Omega to pull the plug and really amaze us with something new, or at least bring something back from previous shows. I mean, Gamora. I know what you mean, though. Bronx says Pacific Records mentioned Orb. Okuya says I missed the show of gore. I mean, there's always that. Although I feel like we've been getting more gore recently. Ultraman Productions TV says now my video is going up soon. Let me know when it's up. I'll watch it. How long have I been streaming for? I'll probably end about an hour in, so 20 more minutes, so you guys know. Meditative Film says, I'm sure the episode where Omega is going to go crazy is going to be the Taguchi one. Yeah. Gumzel says, like Blazer episode 7 and 8 was the first two-parter. Anyway, I gotta go to finish my shift. You know what, Godzilla? You have a good shift. You know what? Have a good shift. Mr. Hudson says, Gamora's boring. Same slop. Yeah, I mean, frankly, it would have been cool. I still stand by the fact it should have been Gamora 2 or something. I don't know. Tukamini says, I think Gubila should return. Yes, that is the biggest problem with this episode, is that it was not Gubila. God! Bronx says, look at the caption at the end of this episode, the second one. The ancient scripts written in the Pacific Records are... Is it that one? Yeah. What about it? Are you citing your source? Because yeah, I believe you. Dude, what if Orb shows up? What if Orb and Z pull up? We know Takase loves to glaze Taguchi's shows, which, hey, I mean, can't blame him there. So, Meditate Film says, off topic, but I'm def gonna be making more stop motions with Mechagodzilla. He's a really fun figure to do animations with. Well, you know what, Meditative Films? I genuinely am very happy to hear that. You know, finding the right figure to make your videos with, you know, it takes time, and I'm glad you found a good one. And you're gonna be making stuff, and making stuff is a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to see what you make. You know, I've been keeping my eyes on your stuff, even if I don't always say anything, and you make good stuff. Hakuya says they should bring back Pandan. Heck, King Pandan. I mean, we just got Pandan and Decker. Like, does Takase really need to copy every monster? Right? Like, Gamora, like, he's already going the rounds. Gubila, like, are we serious? Are we for real? Like, literally. King Pandan, however, I agree there. Execute Baragon says, I need Omega, Reikines, and Trigaron to beat the poopy out of Gubila in his episode. Yes, please. Beat the Oka out of that Gubila, dude. Execute Baragon says, what if X, Orbsy, and Blazer pulls up the whole Taguchi squad? That would happen if Sakamoto was involved. Sakamoto would be like, well, why don't I put all of Taguchi's Ultraman in one episode? Taguchi would love that, and Taguchi's off in the corner like, oh, thank you, my dear friend, as he sheds a tear, as he knows Sakamoto's gonna butcher his characters. Benhan, guys, what if Future Decker shows up? Loki? I would, that would be sick. Tukamani says, what if Trigger and Chimera show up? I'd end my life live. Jake Hambrick says, I gotta get off here now. I like this episode. I'll give it a solid 8. You know what? I agree. And thanks for showing up, sticking around for when you could. Hope to see you again next week. Bronco says, if they do bring Gabora back, will they make a completely new suit or reuse the Naranga one? I think they're gonna make a new one. They're probably gonna make a new one. Mr. Red Hudson says, hopefully I will be putting out new Ultraman stuff soon, because now I have an Ultraman Taro figure, and hopefully this will lead into some sort of show. You know what? That'd be tough. Meditate Film says, I'm going to need Ultraman R&B to pull up Omega. And Meditate Film also says, Sam the Geigen fan hasn't fed me rice rations yet. Can you tell him to? Yeah, I'll let him know. Mr. Red Hudson says, everyone leaving. I think like 2 people left. Brownie says, does anyone know if the Magular suit from Ultra Galaxy still exists? I don't think it does. Ben says, hope they bring Juris back in one of the new gen shows since they made a new suit for him in a stage show. I doubt it. Like, I would not count on it. Meditate Film says, Lemon Pepper Godzilla gonna be the centerpiece for the Thanksgiving feast. Juris and Omega would be peak. It would be peak, but I, again, would not count it. Mr. Redudson says 2 people is the whole crowd, bud. There's actually 14 people. Bronco says, I mean, they just need to add a moving jaw and that Juris suit is set. Yeah, but you don't even have a moving jaw, Bronco. Like, you know, that's a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, like, Juris, it's such a complicated... I feel like they can't use it because it's Godzilla. Because Toho has such a strict... Like, I know it's not... Legally, it is not Godzilla, it is Juris. But they have a very strict policy when it comes to using the likenesses of their character. Because not only is the name trademarked and all that, but so is the likeness of the character. Which is relatively unique to Godzilla's license. So I just imagine there has to be such a complication with Juris there, where they're like allowed to use him in minor profit situations, but like full-on shows would just be too much. Oh my god, I almost knocked over my water. I would have cried. You all would have seen me shed tears. And I imagine that would be pretty shocking. XQ Paragon says, I mean, Gomez was originally made from a Godzilla suit, but to be fair, is less noticeable than Juris. It's far less noticeable. Like that is the reason they're able to use Goma so much, is because you can tell it was made with a Godzilla suit, but you can also the argument that it is a legally distinct character is way more viable than with Jiros. Meditative Film says, I also have the SHMA Gigan again, so I can use him for more animations. Hey, that figure is pretty cool. I don't have it because I was pretty satisfied with the Gigan figures I already had. Love Gigan, don't get me wrong. Absolutely love Gigan. But like the build quality of that figure is the reason I would get it, but I just, I don't really do stop motion and stuff like that, and I wouldn't have a video for it. But that is a phenomenal figure. And I feel like that would be great for animations, especially of your caliber. But yeah. Wow, Ultraman Productions. Yeah. Why don't you stop? Why don't you lock in and finish your video, man? Abronca says, if the Magular suit still exists, we can have an episode with all the Baragon redesigns, minus Garanga. I feel like we're never seeing him again. Yeah, plus, I mean, he wasn't actually made with the Baragon suit like the others were. But that would be sick. Tokamania says, I think Omega should appear in Arc. I agree. Kuya says, what if they bring back more or less known kaiju, like Dinosaur Tank, Duncan, Gyarados? Fantastic list of kaiju right there, by the way. Shout out that list of kaiju that you just gave. I mean, I know those are specifically like Ultra 7. Don't forget Gabila, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. But like actually, I would love to see those guys again. And stop. Very obscure. No, I would love to see those guys again. Like I feel like there's so many kaiju from Ultraman and Ultra 7. It's like those shows are so popular that you could bring in any random kaiju, no matter if it's popular or not, and people would care. So I would love to, especially Dinosaur Tank. Like, come on, he's got to be a pretty popular one, like everywhere. Bronca says, could you guys imagine if Baragon showed up in Ultraman? That would be sick. I know how you feel about that kind of thing, because of your whole Dits and Worlds Collide thing. But like a Godzilla crossover, it's gotta happen someday. It's gotta happen someday. Benon says, anyone else think that there will be some sort of show or movie crossover between Blazar Arc and Omega? I don't think so. It would be neat, especially if it's got a good director. But yeah. David Woomer, welcome. He says, hello, sir. How you doing on this wonderful Saturday? You saw that episode 7 of Omega, very interesting for the kaiju with Gamora. Yeah. I'm doing quite good. I'm doing good. And I did see the episode. It was definitely interesting. Lucas says, I'd love to see Keela again. Dude, yes. Mr. Red Hudson, Godzilla crossover will likely happen, but not soon. I mean, it's not soon, but it's gotta happen someday. It's gotta happen someday. Like, honestly, it's more impressive to me that it hasn't happened already. Bronx says, stop saying Denton at the beginning of it, but that's the title. Akini says, in Godzilla language, it's like how they have many roster of kaiju to be brought back, but they still bring back King Ghidorah and Mothra. Yeah, like Big Five. Yeah, the Big Five situation, but, Mr. Red Hudson says, David Woomer. Where? Sorry. Meditative films. The perfect episode of Omega is where Gabila shows up and gets mauled by Z, and Omega as Z's theme plays in the background. Dude, imagine actually the episode with Z happens, and I'm guessing Barossa's gonna be in Omega, so I'm guessing it's gonna be that episode. We got Z, Omega fighting Barossa, right? Gabila shows up mid-fight. All three of them turn to Gabila. Gabila looks at them, and they just blast. Like, Z turns into Decium Rise Claw and fires the, like, Decium beam or whatever he's got that he fires with that. I don't really know or care. Omega is in, I don't know, whatever his most powerful attack is, and Barossa just like throws everything at Gabila, and there's just a massive nuclear explosion, like from the Blazar finale, like Verilon bomb explosion where Gabila once was, and we just see the chunks rain down on all of them as the battle commences, as they run at each other in slow motion with the mushroom clad behind them, the chunks raining down at them, Z's theme playing. They all jump slowly, like the scene in Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, where they're like Scar King and Shimo and Godzilla and Kong, they jump at each other in slow-mo. They all jump at each other and bam! It's like a super fast, intense fight, like Sakamoto style. Just imagine that, I guess. I don't know. Bronco says, also, what Godzilla designs should they use in a crossover? I don't know, a new one. Like, make a modern Showa style design. Tokaminen says, man's manifesting peak! Yes! Bennett says, if Z appears in Omega, they must have Z's new cape on. It will just be peak. If Z appears in Omega, we need the scene I just described. We need the cape. We need his theme song to play. He comes with it. Z comes with that theme song. And it just needs to be cool. Just please make it a very unique, cool fight. Like King of Mons in Arc levels. Please, dude. Mr. Red Hudson says, I think they should use Godzilla's design in All Worlds Collide, directed by Abraga, coming out in 6 minutes. Yes, that is the design. Abraga says, if Z comes back, that means Belly Rock comes back as well. Skipper Cat says, I hope Barossa wins against Omega, and then the rest of the show just follows his shenanigans. That would actually be so peak, though. I'm not even playing with you anymore. Hakuyi says, what I like about Omega's Slugger, it's actually a natural slugger of his own, rather than having to borrow another Ultraman power. I mean, kind of real for that. I'm sorry. You're kind of real for that. Don't know where that came from, sir. That was weird. Who did that? Who said that? Who said that? Yeah. God, please let Z return in Omega. Please! Like, I'm not even kidding anymore. I need to see Z again. I need the glory days relived. Because, frankly, you know, my life has not been super long. And 5 years ago feels like a million years ago. And I need to relive that. You know what I mean? I need to feel my childhood joy. Nostalgia is a weapon. And, oh, boy, I would love to be a victim. Mr. Red Hudson says, Ultraman Z2, please. Yes. We need a Z and a Blazar Season 2. Honestly, just smash the shows together. Imagine an Ultraman show that is a sequel to other Ultraman shows, and it just, every episode switches between the universes. Hold on, I am cooking, though. Let's think about it. Should I manifest peak some more? Bronco says, you know, 2020 was a fun year for me despite the pandemic. Like, I will never tell you that I liked that year. But Z, I think because everything about that year sucked so much, Z came out that year, and Z was just the light of that. Not only is Z my favorite Ultraman show, which it would be just like ignoring the circumstances, but making Z the light of that year for me. I mean, it's just like, when I think of 2020, that is the only thing I can think of. The 2020 was Ultraman Z for me. Tokamani says, I want to feel Z too. And then he goes, oh, sorry. I shouldn't have known. Anyway, Meditated Film says, I wish I watched Z when it came out because that would have made that year so much better for me. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, Ultraman Productions, where's your video, bro? Hill 10, hi GPTV, remember me, what's good? Welcome back. I do remember you, yeah. Ben Hen says, give Zereth a cameo in Omega, and both Omega and Zereth open their mouths during their beam. That would be so sick. No, hold on. Hold on, I'm cooking. Hold on. Stop, I'm cooking. Z Beta Smash. Okay, this is another thing for the Z crossover. If he shows up, he has to be in Beta Smash the whole time. They gotta do the red face gang. Yeah, Z Beta Smash, Zereth, Omega. Forget about Redman, he's not an Ultraman. But we need those three together. Come on, Takase. Takase, if you cared about the anything, if you want to live to tomorrow, this better be happening. This better be an episode in the show. Yeah. Hilton says the frogs are still after me. Oh really? Andy Jedi One says Ultraman Z was the peak of the Ultraman franchise until Ultraman Trigger ruined the entire franchise. Bold claim, but can't hate on it low key. Meditative Film says, I want you to turn into Beta Smash and just start mauling Gabila in that form. Dude! Yes! Gabila just needs to be put into a paper shredder slowly. Just please. Mr. Red Hudson says, can we have a 5-minute scene with Wolfie getting mauled by spheres? I mean, we certainly can. Because I don't know if you guys know this. But the spheres can do anything. Meditative Film says, for me, Heisei Ultraman was Prime Ultraman. So Tiga to Ultraman RB. Man, I didn't know you liked RB that much, and Ginga and all that. Interesting. L10, how is G-Fast? It was good. I really, that's actually, I should address the lack of a vlog. Guys, I'm going to be so for real with you. My life has been so busy. I mean, why do you think I'm streaming today and not yesterday? I know you're going to be like, oh, it's fine that you don't have a vlog. We don't care. But, from my perspective as a YouTuber, it's less of, I know you guys would be understanding because I have a small enough audience where nobody would demand anything from me. And I love you guys for that. But as a creator and a creative, when I have a project that I know I can put together and make and put out, it doesn't feel like, oh, I can do whatever and people will understand. It feels like, oh my god, I need to get that weight off my shoulders and get it out. And I need to make that vlog. I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to make it. Hopefully I can get out before college. I never could have imagined life would get this busy. So I can't wait for you guys to see the vlog, and I don't want to rush it. So, yeah. Bronx says, guys, stop bullying Gabila. It's Okabila that's the problem, remember? Gabila was already a problem. Because he kept showing up and not dying. Q says, we're getting real. We keep it real around here, man. Ben Hen says, I'm kind of confused. So is Heisei from Tiga to Zero, or does the new gen Ultras count as part of Heisei? So, let me blow your mind for a second. The era of Japan going on as the shows are coming out actually has nothing to do with how they're categorized. Don't know if you knew this, but the Showa Ultraman are actually first generation Ultraman. Ultraman 1966 to 80 is first generation. Second generation is from Tiga to Mebius. And new generation is any Zero related content, Ultraman Zero related content, to Omega. So, there you go. There is no such thing as... If you were to say Heisei, you would essentially be counting all of the Ultraman shows that released during the Heisei era in Japan, which goes up to Ultraman RB, because the Reiwa era began with Taiga. Taiga isn't actually the start. The Reiwa era Ultraman is got nothing to do with the franchise. Taiga was not the beginning of a new era. It's still new gen. Hilton says, what do you think of Ultraman Omega currently? I have a lot of questions. I think Omega's pretty good. I think it's a good, solid show. I basically have no issues with it. And I like it. I'm just waiting for it to go crazy, frankly. Oh, if I do have an issue, it is the circus music. I don't know what that's about. Mr. Redutson says, guys, let's start bullying a Bronca. It's not that Godzilla's the problem. And a Bronca says, no. Here, let me be a Bronca for a second. No! Akuya says, from Ultraman Z is the Reiwa era. No. Zero is new gen. Ginga is new gen. Ginga S is new gen. X is new gen. Orb is new gen. Jeet is new gen. RB is new gen. Taiga is new gen. Z is new gen. Trigger is new gen. Decker is new gen. Blazar is new gen. Arc is new gen. And Omega is new gen. That's it. Hilton says, I miss the Ultraman Blazar days. Me too. Wait, no I don't. I miss Blazar. I don't miss those days. Mr. Red Hudson says, hey, can we kill Hakuya? Why do you want everybody to die, dude? Meditative Film says, let me be GBDB for a second. If it ain't bubbling... Oh my god, bro. If it ain't bubbling, I ain't gobbling. Hold on. If it ain't bubbling, I ain't gobbling. Oh, David Woomer! Same thing with me too. I missed that Ultraman Blazer you can still on YouTube to watch in Japanese or English version of episode. Yeah, I really don't get why they took it down. I think that's low-key messed up. Ben Han. Huh. I guess it makes sense. I always got confused with New Gen and Reiwa stuff since Taiga's movie was called New Gen Climax. Yeah, I could see, like, the title is a little misleading. But Omega is still New Gen. Well, no, actually, okay. No. Let me explain it to you. Okay. Zero through the Tri-Squad is the group called the New Generation Heroes. There is a group called the New Generation Heroes, although I do think Z is part of it also. But those are the New Generation Heroes. Sort of like there's the Ultra Brothers. Like, the show Ultraman, it goes up to 80, obviously, but he's not an Ultra Brother. There's just, well, I guess 7 Ultra Brothers, if you count Mebius. But again, that's a group. Mebius came in later. But the New Generation Ultras are the same. There's the group called the New Generation Heroes, which I guess is Genga 0 through Z. And everyone after, they're not part of a group, but they are still part of the new generation era. It is confusing. I don't blame you. But I think the reason it is confusing is because fans actively choose to ignore what Tsuburaya declares as, you know, reality. It's just a very interesting kind of toxic fandom behavior. I don't really understand. Premieres at 9:50. Ultraman Y Episode 2 Attack of Hadenosaurus. I'm excited. Why can't I full screen it? Alright, I've got it waiting. Hilton says, do you know why Ultraman Blazer was taken down? Because I don't know why. Blazer, I believe, was taken down because of the Mill Creek Blu-ray or DVD, whatever it was, release. They took it down, I think, because of that. They've never actually said why, but it happened when that dropped. So it seems like there's a natural correlation there. So yeah, very, very incredibly stupid on Tsuburaya's part to take it down. Because if you want Ultraman to get the word out, to get the word out about Ultraman, Blazer was the one to do it. Blazer is region locked. You're right, Benhead. But Blazer was the one to do it. Blazer was the one. Episode 1 got like what? Almost. It was over 8 million views. It was literally the most like viewed episode of an Ultraman show to ever premiere on their channel by millions. Like at least triple. Like it was literally, I think before that it was Ultraman Z episode 6 that had like over 3 million views, and Blazer episode 1 got like 8 million, like almost 9 million. And yeah, nothing else has come close to that. And I just think it's so foolish of them to region lock that show when it was like getting the word out, you know? Like, very unfortunate. Anyway, Mr. Hudson says Blazer was taken down due to the cow milking scene, which killed one of the cast a part of the production. That makes sense. I remember the cow milking scene. That was crazy. Meditative Film says, when will Ark get taken down for the bathroom scene? Great question. Alright, I think after this, I'm probably going to end the stream because I am very tired. I'm just low-key going to go to bed early. I feel my brain exploding a little bit. I would love to take a nice nap. Bum 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 bum. Oh, yep, there's the premiere. Ben Hen, I can't wait for Omega to get taken down for showing Serrato shirtless in the first episode. Yeah, I can't wait for Serrato to become the Serrato showering scene. That's gonna be crazy, dude. Mr. Red Hudson says, school's got me caught up and it hasn't even been 2 days yet. Okay, so you started school 2 days ago, or 1 day ago, I guess. What? I mean, if you feel comfortable sharing, what grade are you going into? Because I can impart some wisdom, maybe. I don't know. Meditative Film says, Hayden O Swamp Puppy. Hayden O Swamp Puppy. Hayden O Swamp Puppy. Okay. Akuya says, I gotta go celebrate my birthday. So it's your birthday today? And you're just now telling me? Happy birthday, baby! Why'd I say that? Sure, that's in what milking scene? I don't know what you're talking about. Ultraman Omega is handsome. It says Logan. Cool. Bronca says, should I try making my own custom YouTube countdown for Worlds Collide All at War? No, I think just use a different preset. They have plenty of presets. Mr. Red Hudson says 8th grade. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. 8th grade, until my junior year of high school, 8th grade was my hardest year. I went through 8th grade, actually, in 2021, so right after COVID. So I was still affected by COVID. You know, actually, I'm going to impart my wisdom after I watch Ultraman Y. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, Pito. Wait, I just noticed he's bald.
Pito.
Oh, I'm saying pizza. Why am I dancing? What's that? Is that it? Okay. Oh, Hemorrhoid Productions TV, big fan. Hello, Fiddle. That was really good. No, that was worth the wait. Sorry. No, I think that totally. I'm glad that interrupted my wisdom. Anyway. Yeah, so 8th grade. It was a rough year because at least at my school, in terms of like work and all that, it is a lot of work. They do put you really through the ringer. But you know what? Like, honestly, at least in my case, the level of work in 8th grade for me invented the work ethic that I have been following for the rest of my life, through all of high school. Because I realized the work was so much that I invented a new mindset for myself. I would always, in the past, I would save all the work to the end of the day, and I would do it after dinner. And I just wanted to die every time. I remember there was a day in 7th grade where I just literally started tweaking. Like, I'm like, I can't take this English anymore. I just want to low-key make movies. But I'm stuck here. And I was, like, so desperate to hear my... I wanted to hear my future self tell me, like, come back in time and talk to me at that point. Just tell me what it was like to make movies. Because I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take doing the work, and I just wanted to make stuff because I didn't have time to make stuff because I was doing freaking homework at night every day. So in 8th grade, I was like, I can't do this. Is unsustainable anymore. I have things I want to make. I've got to make my dreams come true. How can I do this? And I made sure, no matter what, I got everything done before I went home. I made sure I got every bit of work done before I got home. No matter how hard, I put my all into it so I could have free time. I could not live without my free time. And my free time then became so valuable to me that again, that is literally the work ethic I used throughout all of high school. There was very rarely any days where I wouldn't get my work done before I got home. And I think, honestly, that is the advice I would give you. Just get it done. And also, well, yeah, I think you'll hear people say a million other things, but there you go. Okay, to read back. Meditative Film says, I'm going to junior year this year. It's never been more over. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, little low-key, that is all I can tell you. Is just sorry. Senior year is going to be awesome, though. You're going to... Junior year, you go through hell junior year. So you could just relax and be free senior year. Honestly, that is just what it's like. Junior year probably will be the hardest year of schooling you will ever have. And it is... it was so daunting going into it, and I imagine it's daunting for you. But I can tell you, the moment that year ends, you will be like reborn. You will be free. You will feel the change release. And it'll be the best feeling of your life. So every day of your junior year, don't take... I'm not going to say don't take time for granted. Don't let, moments of your life slip by. But, like, as the year goes on, just, like, look forward. Look to the future. Think of, like, the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, the whole time. And you'll get through it. Just throwing out advice, I guess. But we're going to read what Abranka said. Okay, guys, you might want to brace yourselves. I had a new idea for Worlds Collide all at war in my head. He says, everyone's tweaking, and he says, I'm thinking on having the inclusion of another Belial clone series, but it's a failed clone, and also a female, so Jude will have a sister. That's kind of tough. Just do that. Mr. Red Hudson says, yeah, I'm really low-key about the stuff I do, and it's not really public. Maybe one or two people know, but I don't talk to them anymore. I'm writing this as you're speaking, but I am sort of on the same page. I want to be able to have a lot of time to work on my stuff, but also be on top of my work at school. Yeah, I mean, it really is just about creating that balance. And the way I am, in my life, when I want something, I fight for it. And, like, I wanted to fight for my free time, so I got it. And, I think that's just a valuable way to go into life. Advocate for yourself. Get your free time. But, like, also advocating for yourself and getting your free time does not mean leaving the other valuable aspects of your life behind. Don't forget about what else matters. School does matter. Ultimately, it doesn't... It's not going to have a massive bearing on your life in terms of, like, the specific things you're learning, specific grades you get on papers. It's important to be aware of that. You don't have to put your life and soul into every assignment, but at least care about your grades. Because college, if you do go, and it depends, if you end up going into the trades or whatever you end up doing, but if you do want to go into college, and if you do want to go into film, which it is probably a good idea to go into film school, and it's probably a good idea to go into a film school, they do still care about your grades. And that's how you get scholarships. And you want scholarships. I cannot stress enough how badly you're going to want those scholarships. So yes, it is very, and I know you're in 8th grade, Hudson. You're not thinking about college and scholarships yet. But keep it in the back of your head. But yeah, no, it is great to keep... you're in 8th grade. I guess it doesn't really matter. Low-key, you just... I guess that's more meditative films, going into junior year. There's your advice. Hudson, low-key, you don't really need to care yet. Honestly, don't care until at least sophomore year of high school, maybe. Meditative Film says, I'm trying to enjoy summer while I still can because this year is going to destroy me. Yeah, just make the most of the time you can. Andy Jedi once says, is there going to be a stream on Friday? Yes. Today's unique. Hilton says, is sophomore year decently easy? Sophomore year, I think I went into it expecting it to be just like freshman year. Work level wise. It is significantly harder. But it's not gonna kill you unless you take courses that are gonna kill you. I think if you take standard sophomore year courses at whatever school you're at, then you're not gonna die. But sophomore year can be tough. It's like, it is 100% the prelude to junior year though. So if you have if you can make it through sophomore year, you're gonna make it through junior year. But if you have trouble making it through sophomore year, you gotta lock in for junior year. Bronca says, I've technically already graduated high school, but I've had to go for 2 extra years to finish my tech program. This was supposed to be my last year, but now I might need to go back again for job-related stuff. That's interesting. But Mr. Red Hudson says, yes, school does really matter. I want to go to college and get a film degree in somewhere so I can at least do something when I'm out of college. Yeah, 'cause that's the thing. I'm not going to dox the school I'm going to. Some of you may already know. But I don't want to make it super public. Just, for what I... Yeah. So, basically, the cool thing about my school is they guaranteed for the rest of your life, if you go there at all, no matter what, for the rest of your life, they will find you a job. And that is I think that is so incredibly valuable, in life. So it's very worth it. And I think having, and what you're saying, you're in 8th grade, saying that, I mean, I was honest, I'd say a similar page as you. At that point, knowing what you want to do for the rest of your life at very young is such an admirable thing to the people around you. Flex it. They will be impressed. And also, it is going to be so valuable going forward in your life, because I think a lot of the struggles that people, at least my age, have, or I guess a year younger, people senior year, junior, so I guess a year or two younger. It is the daunting weight of having to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. And that, I think, is one of the hardest things to live through as a teenager. But I didn't have to live through that. And and I'm not saying you have to lock it in that you want to do film and you can't change your mind. But knowing that's what you want to do is so incredibly valuable. So don't take it for granted. Meditative Film says, taking 4 college classes, 1 AP class chemistry, algebra 2 next year. Oh, you're so done, dude. You're done! Mr. Red Hudson says, I think Gabonzilla knows where you live. He could. What's he gonna do? Meditative Film says, for me, 8th grade was harder than freshman year of high school. Oh yeah, no, freshman year was like a breeze. What made freshman year hard was, I went from my middle school to a high school, and it was very different. And the change was and this isn't for everybody, because I know not everybody switches between drastically different schools. Even sometimes it's in the same school. But the daunting weight of high school itself was terrifying. And that made freshman year very hard. I didn't know anybody at my school, and it made freshman year very hard. But at no point did I feel like the work was hard. Yeah. Mr. Dustin says, I'm telling you people do think it's impressive that I want to do film when I'm older. Yeah, no, I mean, Wear it like a badge. Godzilla Nun says, I did not bother with anything relating to college. I just want out. And yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, that. Godzilla Nun says, I figure I could get into the film such creative sphere without college or schools. So, yes, you can. It's just harder. That's really the reality of it. Like, if you go to film school, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to get experience. And you are going to, depending where you go, get guaranteed a job, or you're going to be able to get very valuable connections. Now, if you don't do that and you just kind of start from scratch, you really gotta like get your word out there, and you don't have to like. Obviously, I can 100% understand not wanting to go through more schooling. School sucks. School really does suck. So I get it. I really do. It's just gonna be harder. And you can get your word out there. You can still find and make connections through like film festivals and all that. The internet. Finding basic film-related jobs and then making connections through that. It's all possible. It's just, it kind of depends your life situation. If you need money and you need a job, it's probably not your best bet that you're going to get a film job right away. You might have to work at McDonald's for a while making your films on the side, getting your talents up and your names out there. And it's just a different way of going about it. So yeah. Mr. Hudson says, I mean, the thing about me is I happen to be sort of further knowing of stuff when everyone my age... Wait. Am I tired or did you just not make any sense? Well, I know I'm tired, but did you also not make any sense? He says, I mean, the thing about me is I happen to be sort of further knowing of stuff than everyone my age. I mean, hey, I'm turning 14 soon, so there's probably another reason, but I knew that I wanted around 5th. I knew what I wanted around 5th grade, I'm guessing. That's really what it is a sign of maturity. And self-awareness. And I think trying to be as self-aware as possible is a massive component of maturity. So as long as you are self-aware, you've got it in the bag. Meditative Film says, I'm going to try my best to stay positive this year, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Lettuce, mayonnaise, and onions. Yeah, no, it's definitely hard. And especially the classes you're going through, it's going to be hard. You're going to go through it. But I took some pretty hard classes as well. And I made it out alive. And you're going to too. Even if you have to go through a time of your life that is hard and sad and you really don't want to do it and you shouldn't have to do it and it's a shame society is making you do it. I would say it builds character, but frankly I kind of hate that mindset. If you're having trouble staying positive, find something that makes you happy and wield it like a sword. Mr. Red Hudson says, meditation, I feel you on that one because there's a lot of things I don't want to happen this year. Lettuce, mayonnaise, and onions, especially with certain social stuff. Sorry if my messages come off that way because YouTube is a limiter on comments. Okay, so I can't type that big of words. No, I get you. I don't want stuff to happen this year, especially with certain social stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, you are going into 8th grade. Now, I don't know specifically what social things you're talking about. You don't need to tell me. But I just want to remind you that in life, it is important, part of self-awareness, and I'm not saying you're not self-aware, so I'm just saying this in general. part of self-awareness is knowing where you are at in life and knowing the weight of things around you. And it's very easy to get caught up in momentary issues. But at a certain age and at a certain point in your life, some things that seem like they matter really don't. And it's very important that you are aware when those things really do matter and when they don't. Because putting a lot of emotional stakes in something that doesn't matter, it's going to drag you down. But now, I don't know what you're talking. You could be talking about something like incredibly valid that you're worried about. And I don't, again, I'm not trying to like dismiss that. I believe that you really could be going through stuff. So like, I don't know. But in the case that is very serious and what I just said doesn't matter, you know, I guess it still does matter, because even if it is something big, while you were like clearly older, you've definitely matured over the past few years, like in an impressive way, and I'm happy to see you've gotten very creative and very funny, and I like having you in the chat, I like talking to you. But just remember, like, just look to the future, because the future's coming whether you like it or not. And think, even if something bad's gonna happen, think, have a plan, be ready to make it better. Oh, you're going to say something. All I'm going to say, a lot of people in my age group are really needy to get out there and get some spice going. And to me, it's off-putting because it's not going to last long. Yeah. Don't worry about that kind of thing. It'll come into your life when it's ready. You said, I mean, I am looking forward to the dances they put on later this year. Going as Igor for that Halloween party. Yeah, I mean, like, okay. Yeah. What you're talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't worry about that kind of thing. And at your point, I think felt very similar, where I was like, everybody around me's getting the spice going, but like, I'm not. That's not happening for me. And if you ignore that and focus on yourself and continue to focus on yourself, not in a way that is, and when I say focus on yourself, I mean, again, with self-awareness, being aware of everything, how you talk to people, how you treat people, how you look, how you act, being aware of all that and really striving to become the version of you that you want to become through all that time. You're the person, when the spice comes, it's gonna be, you're gonna need gallons of milk. That's such a weird way for me to put that, but like, it's like a lot of work gets you a lot of reward. And let it come into your life when it's ready. Don't force it. Anyway, unless you have anything else you want me to bring up, I don't think I've gone pretty off the course of Omega. So I'm probably going to end the stream unless you have anything else, any other questions for me, or you want any more advice. But let's see. I mean, this year I've been getting a lot of positive feedback. People say I look better and dress better, so that's a good start. That is a good start. And you know what? If you get a compliment, I say wear it like a badge. Look like a high-ranking military officer with all the badges you're wearing. you know, like, don't just be like, oh, thanks. Like, cherish that. And, like, strive to keep getting that. Because it's gonna pay off. So yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. Oh, Ultraman Productions. Yeah, watch him come in here and say the exact opposite of everything I've said. Meditative Film says, alright, I'm gonna go now, but wish me luck with Junior, because I'm definitely gonna need it. I will wish you luck, but also I don't know if you need luck, because I think you've got this on your own. I believe in you. Yeah. I mean, those hard classes you're taking, if you're taking classes like that already, I mean, you're clearly smart, so you'll make it through. Alright, this has been GPTV. The G in GPTV stands for Life Advice. Thanks for coming out. I will stream like normal next week. I love you guys. Love talking to you. Love chatting with you. Yeah. So, guess I should end it. But instead I'm going to sit here for a little bit in silence.